What is the purpose of parameterized constructor? What is the purpose of parameterized constructor? Yeah. Uma, tell me, what is the purpose of parameterized constructor?
To initialize the instance variable.
To initialize the instance variables.
Instance variable.
Okay. To initialize the instance variables, why we have to go for parameterized constructor? Right. Bhask, to initialize instance variables, why we have to go for parameterized constructor?
If we want to initialize different instance variables of different objects with different values, then we'll have to go with parameterized.
Instance variable for every object we have to go with what different value. That's why we have to go for
different values.
Parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor will do what? It will initialize different values to every object. Different values to every object. That's why we are going with parameterized constructor. Then what is the nature of instance variable? What is the nature of the instance variable? What is the nature? Shari, tell me, what is the nature of instance variable? What is the nature of the instance? Girish, what is the nature of the instance variable?
They are parameterized and nature.
What is the nature of the instance variable?
To initialize class object level variable. Object variable.
Right. Now, yeah, Prashanti, tell me, what is the nature of the instance variable? Right, Shekhar, what is the nature of the instance variable? Right, Shiva?
Sir, to initialize instance variables, instance constructors can contain parameters.
No, my simple question is, what is the nature of instance variable? Means features of instance variable. You can tell it as a features of instance variable. Means simple. When them
it's associated with objects.
Right.
So
and some more points about instance variable. Right.
So to access.
Snehal.
Okay.
Snehal.
Yes, sir. Instance variables are class level variables, and they are initialized at the time the object is creating. And all the methods can use that instance variable. Those are in the same class.
Okay. Right. Yeah. What is the nature of instance variable? Means when it is getting the memory, where it is allocating the memory, and how many times it is creating, and when it is destroying. All these points you can tell about that. What is the nature of the human being? Human being will have 2 legs, 2 hands. He can walk, he can eat, he can sleep, like that. Come on.
Instance variables are initialized when the object is creating, and they get memory allocation when they are the object is created with at the same time.
instance variable will be creating at the time of object is creating. Means it is getting the memory at the time of object is creating, and this field will create for every object. The field is creating for one time or multiple time?
Multiple.
Multiple time. It's creating for every object. Suppose in employee class env is instance variable. If I have created 100 objects, in env variable will create how many times?
100 values.
100 times. 100 times means instance variable is creating for every
Object.
object. Every object, and with the different
Values.
value. And as well as instance variable will be creating within the object, where it is creating within the object, and it is destroying when the object is destroyed. As well as instance variable value can be changed or cannot be changed.
Can be changed.
Can be changed. ENO, ename, ESAL. ESAL you have to change the ESAL. Today 1000, tomorrow 2000, next year 3000. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
That is the features or nature of the instance variable. Okay. Now anybody let me repeat, guys. Now, yeah, Akshita, come on, repeat all the points, whatever I said. Repeat.
Instance variable is will be created while object is creating, and instance variable field is created multiple times. It is created for every object with different values, and it is created within the object and is destroyed when the object is destroyed, and the value can be changed in instance variable with instance variable.
Right. Sammy Khan, come on, repeat the full features of instance variable. Features of instance variable. Sammy Khan, come on.
It will create when the object is loading. It creates with different. It creates with different multiple values. It is created when object is creating, and the memory is destroyed when the object is destroyed.
Right. Nivedita, come on. Right, Nivedita. So, Madhuri, come on. Madhuri.
Instance variable is created at the time of object is created. The memory is allocated for instance variable at the time of object creation, and the memory is deallocated when the object is destroyed.
Right. So where it is allocating memory? Within the object. Okay. Keep remember all these points, all of you in your mind. Very, very important for further discussions. Right. Yes. Total I have given how many homeworks? 4, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Completed all of you?
Completed.
Vinod,
I didn't yet.
what is your status? Unmute and tell me. Otherwise, send me the chat message. Vinod. How many? 3 or 4? No, Vinod not completed. Vinil. Vinil, no, not completed. Okay, very good. Vasundhara.
2.5 work. I was working on third one.
Third one. Uma.
Sir, I did till 116. I don't know whether you gave 117 or not, but I did till 116.
I didn't remember what I have given also. That you have to remember, right? Okay.
I thought I wrote till 116 only, so I think I've done with all of them. Whatever.
You attended yesterday class.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, those tasks I have sent through chat also. Remembered or not? No?
Yeah, I did. I did.
I have given classroom program plus 3 programs according to my knowledge. One is classroom. Classroom last I've given one task and 1 plus 3, 4. Sukanya, next. Teja,
I've done all of them.
it's your responsibility because you inquire about all your friends who are learning .NET Java. Nobody, you show our videos to them. Nobody will teach in this type of subject, and you show my books at least. That books you show to all the people. You can't see that type of materials anywhere. Okay, Microsoft books also there in the industry, but which can't understand by anybody. That can understand by the people who know .NET. Okay, so the book is should generally if you write a book that should understand by a normal person. Okay, right. Sukanya, Teja, fast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have done till 1:15 and sent you that
Three or
last
four.
time. And
3 or 4. How many you completed?
3 I have completed. Rest 2 also I have completed. I am just sending you.
Right. Next, Sukanya, Google. How many are completed? You didn't speak till the time one word in the class. Tomorrow I will remove from the list. Right. Sriharsha.
Completed 3, sir.
Seventy.
I completed 2, sir.
Soumya. Snehal.
Completed 2. Completed, sir.
Nehal.
Completed, sir.
Shiva.
I did 3, sir.
7.
I'll do it today, sir. Sorry, I didn't
Shekhar.
do.
Shekhar. Sammy.
3. I completed 3, sir.
Punya. Punya.
3 including yesterday's class
Prithvi.
task.
Prithvi.
2. I completed 2.
Ashanti.
I don't have time.
Shanti. Pramoda.
I completed 2, sir.
Pandu. Pandu. Noble. Sorry. Akshita. Right. Next, Nivedita. Next, Neha. Manasa. Madhuri.
I completed 2, sir. I think I emailed you one also.
Kumar. Completed, huh? Right. Girish.
2 completed.
Chari. Bhaskar.
Completed.
Bhaskar.
Yes, sir. Completed. Completed.
Arun.
One.
Yeah. See, guys, why I'm asking all these things? You will get extraordinary output with this training that you are not understanding. Tomorrow, when you will get 60K, 70K, first month you will get $5,000 to $6,000. You will not pay to me, right? So that is coming into your pocket every month's salary. But I need what you know, only one thing. Once I trained a student, he has to get the job. If he gets the job, my expectation is because of him, he will be happy, his family will be happy, as well as I will also get more references. Because after this training, if you are sitting idle, who will come to me? After this training, if you are doing job, then definitely they'll ask you, where did you learn this subject? By that we will get references. Generally, quality will give sound, nothing else. Convincing is, I hate convincing. What is the use of convincing? I can convince you today with the blah blah subject. Tomorrow automatically we'll understand nothing is happening in the training. Okay. So most of the trainings are convincing trainings, especially employer trainings, online trainings. It's okay. Okay guys, let's go for the next level. Okay. I have one beautiful one question. Keep in your mind what exactly. Think twice and thrice and tell me the answer. How to initialize instance variable by using
Object.
No. My question is how to initialize instance variable by using constructor.
Constructor parameter, right?
Constructor, instance constructor. Right?
Instance.
Yeah.
Yes.
So can I initialize? My question is, can I initialize instance variable by using constructor? Answer is what?
Yes.
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 Try to connect every point because there is a lot of link for every discussion. I will design the course like that. Next, can I initialize instance variable by using method?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes,
Answer
sir.
is what is it?
Yes.
Answer is what? Yes. This is
Yes.
yes. Right. Now, next question is when we initialize instance variable by using constructor and when we initialize instance variable by using method when we initialize instance variable by using method.
When we want the instance variable to be initialized at the time the object is creating, then we use constructor.
Hmm. Hmm. Then what about method?
For method, we have to call the method after the object is created.
That's I'm asking you. When you will see here, the thing is
We want to add new values to that existing method.
simple. You have four-wheeler, you have two-wheeler in your cell parking. You have two-wheeler, you have four-wheeler in your parking. Generally, according to the Indian traffic, I am telling this example.
When we need to use
You have four-wheeler, you have two-wheeler. When you will use four-wheeler, when you will use two-wheeler.
Sir, when we know the values by the time of initialization, then we will go with the constructor, sir. If we are going to
Listen.
initialize
My
value,
example is two-wheeler, five-wheeler, four-wheeler. Two-wheeler
If
means
there is
whenever you
no
want to
passenger,
go,
there is
whenever you want to
four-wheeler.
travel,
When there are two, whenever we would like to go with more number of objects, we'll go for
No,
constructor.
not like that. Not like that. Listen. Four-wheeler means whenever you want to go long with family, we will use. Two-wheeler means whenever one or two people are traveling just below 1 or 2 kilometers, we'll use two-wheeler. Like that, there is a purpose for both concepts that I'm asking you. When you will, yes, you can use constructor, you can use method to initialize instance variable. But there is some situations are there for constructor, some situations are there for method. So when you will initialize your instance variable by using constructor, when we initialize instance variable by using method. Hmm.
Whenever the values of the whenever we have large number of values and each value to be stored, then we go for constructors.
So
Like when objects are more in the situation scenario.
answer for this question is next program. Next program will give the answer for this question. Just keep, don't forget the question. Okay, keep in your mind. Now task is write a console program to store student to ID, student ID, student to name, student ID, student to name, and write a console program. To define student class with the following states. The states are student ID, student name, total marks, comma, average marks, total marks, comma, average marks. Student name, comma, student total marks, student ID, student name, total marks and average marks. Okay, right, right. And with the following behaviors. Right, behaviors are cal ABG marks of ABG marks of three subjects, that is M1, comma, M2, comma, M3. Number 2 is displaying student ID, comma, name, comma, total marks, comma, ABG marks. So how many behaviors?
One,
Two.
two behaviors.
These are the try to remember. Okay, now let's frame a UML for this requirement. Let's frame a UML for this requirement. All right. Yeah, let's frame a UML for this. Right. What is the class name, guys?
Student.
Student.
Class is a student, and the states are
Student ID.
States are ulong, SID, string,
S name.
string S name. Come on.
Double.
Double dot marks.
Double
average.
Double or float you can take. Okay, let's take double. Okay, double marks.
Dot marks.
Dot
marks.
Double
Average.
Double average marks.
Right. And behaviors.
Calculate average marks.
But before that,
Internal.
you need a constructor, right?
Yes.
Am I right? Need a constructor. So tell me. Internal student of
SID.
Long ID.
Ulong
ID.
Belong student STID.
student of
STI.
Belong STID.
Belong
ID, comma,
String ST name.
belong STD, comma,
ST.
what is that?
ST name.
String ST name. String ST name.
Double.
That's it.
No, that's it.
That's it. That should be it.
Total marks, average marks.
That
It's not known at the time of creation.
calculate, sir.
So actually this constructor will call when
At the time of creation of the object.
time of object is creating. At the time of object is creating for student class means student is joining in the school. Am I right?
Yes.
He is joining in school or college or whatever it. At the time of he is joining in school, what we can initialize? We can initialize only his number, his name, or else his location and so on if there is. But according to these four states, can I initialize total marks here?
No.
Why? Why? Because at the time of joining, we didn't conduct any exam. If we didn't conduct any exam, on that day, total marks, average marks will not be there. Total marks and average marks will be there on exam or subjects. Subject marks. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Don't we have to initialize to 0?
Requirement, total marks and average marks will not be initialized within the will not be initialized within the constructor.
The constructor.
Will not initialize within the constructor. Where we will initialize? Here we have a requirement. What is that? Cal average marks is what a method is a method. So now we need to define one method internal. What is the method name? Cal avg.
AVG marks, cal.
If you want to find
Void.
average marks, you need 1 minute. If you want to find average marks, right, you need what?
Total marks.
Total marks. If you want to calculate total marks, you need what?
Subject.
What?
Individual subject marks.
Subject marks. 3 subject marks means here I defined a behavior. Here I am defining the behavior. That behavior is going to do calculating total marks. Calculating what marks? Total marks. Total marks, if you want to calculate, you need how many subject marks?
3 subjects.
You need how many subject marks? 3 subject marks. Okay. 3 subject marks means 3 subject marks means what are the 3 subjects? M1 comma M2 comma
M3.
M1 comma M2 comma M3. Am I right? Yes. Means what? Means what? The method is required how many values?
3 values.
3 values for its functionality. 3 values for its functionality. What functionality? To calculate
Total marks.
total marks and average marks. Means here the function is required how many values for its functionality?
3 values.
3 values are nothing but
M1, M2 and M3.
3 values are nothing but 3 parameters. The parameters. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the method cal average marks method is a parameterized method or parameterless method? How many parameterless? Parameterized. What explanation I'm giving? Try to catch me. Parameterized. How many parameters?
3 parameters.
What are they?
3 parameters. M1, M2, M3.
M3.
Double M1.
These M1, M2, M3 are the 3 parameters. These 3 parameters you required for this method. Are you clear? So it is a parameterized method. In this situation, we will go for parameterized method. And the method is cal average marks method is a void method or non-void method?
Non-void.
Non-void. It is going to do what? It is going to calculate total marks. It is going to calculate average marks. But is this method is returning any value?
No.
It is sir. It is calculating and initializing. It is calculating M1, M1 plus M2 plus M3 and initializing to which marks?
Total marks.
Total marks. Then total marks by 3, that is, it is initializing to which variable?
Average mark.
Then the method is a void or non-void?
Void.
Cal, come on, avg marks of double M1. Okay, but we have taken double now. Okay, fine. Double
M2,
double
M3.
M3. Oh, story completed. Double M1, M2, M3. Story completed. Okay, now. Now, right, over. Next method is what?
Display student.
Internal display student information. Display what information? Student information. Student information means void or non-void?
Non-void.
Void. Display student info. Parameterized or parameterless?
Parameterless.
Just displaying. This is the UML. This is a UML for this requirement. Come on. Yes. Sorry?
I have a question, sir. In the second, like calculate average marks method,
Can't it be non-void method, sir? Like if we add like non-void method and return the value.
No, you're not understanding. That method is not calculating one value. That method is calculating two values.
Okay.
Two values. The method is calculating total marks and
Average marks.
by using this method, you need to initialize how many values?
Two values. Okay.
Two values. It just initializing this value. Whenever it is doing initialization, why you have to return?
Okay. Okay. I got it. Like I thought it would calculate over there and.
Class connectivity will happen working on my assignments. When you will do assignments properly, class will catch, you can catch the class very fast. You are unable to catch means the previous day assignments you are not done properly. Okay. Remember that point. Connectivity will be there. I will give assignments also according to that. Right. Okay, guys. Class. Now we'll write the program. So class. What is the class name? Student. Class name is student. Okay. Right. Now, yeah. You start the program. You also do the program. Now complete the class. All of it in your book, in your system. Do it. 5 minutes time. All of you. Right. So over, class is over, all of you.
Yes, sir.
You long, SID.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
SID. String, S name.
String is
Double.
double total mark.
Marks.
Double AVG marks.
Double AVG marks. Right.
Internal student.
Right. Double AVG marks. Now you need to define a constructor. Internal. Come on. Internal.
Student
Of.
long SID. Long STDID.
STID.
String
String.
String
Name.
বাবা সাবধানে বাবা হাত কেটে যাও না কোনো SID.
That's it.
SID is equal to STID.
Right. That's it. Okay. SID equal to STID.
S name equal to ST name.
Come on. S name equal to
ST name.
ST name.
Total marks equal to 0.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
Tell me, any more? Total equal to 0.
No.
Average marks equal to 0. You don't require to write. By default, the values are what?
By default values are 0 for numeric and
now internal void cal
AVG marks.
cal
AVG
Result.
AVG marks.
avg marks cal avg marks of
Double M.
Double M.
Double M1,
Comma double M. Double
double
M1 double
comma
M2 double M3.
m2
double M.
double
Double M.
m3 double m1 comma m2 comma m3 m3 okay na right comma m2 comma
Marks equal to
tell me
total marks equal to M1 plus M2 plus M3.
right
Dot mark is equal to M1 plus M2 plus M3.
over
Average marks AVG marks equal to total marks by 3.
Total marks by
Divided by 3.
right tell me what is that
Total marks is
Dot
equal to
mark is equal to M1 plus
marks
M2 plus
equal to m1 plus
M1 plus M2 plus M3.
next
AVG marks by 3. Total marks by 3.
dot marks by 3 dot marks by 3 right over yeah
internal void display student info.
1 minute here total how many instance variables
4.
program total 4 SID
4.
sname total marks and average marks and SID sname is initializing by using
Constructor.
constructor.
average marks is initializing by using
Method. Instance method.
instance method among 4 2 are initializing by using
Constructor.
2 are initializing by using
Instance method.
2 are initializing by using instance method okay na right 2 are initializing by using instance method okay right right yeah right okay guys right now let's create the objects for main method sorry student class student st1 equal to new student
New student.
one Rama.
Table 1 Rama let us assume and st1 cal let us assume conducted exams for the student and marks are now you need to pass 3 subject marks 60 70
70, 80.
let us assume the marks are he got like this yes st1 dot display st1
Haven't written this. We didn't actually write that.
then the method no we forgot to write the method right what is the method internal
Void
display
Student.
display student info display student info all the information you want to display console dot
right line.
Right line. Student ID.
right line
ID.
SSID.
right
Student ID.
yeah Bhaskar come on continue the code student ID is SID
SID.
next line tell me
Console.write line.
console dot right line
Student name is
student name is
plus S name.
name okay now Renuka tell me the code Renuka is there not there yeah Neha tell me the code console dot right line Renuka
Right.
total marks display total marks are total marks now console dot right line average marks are avg marks over story completed Now tell me, st1 dot display student info. Display student to info. Right. Over. Second student. Student st2 equal to new student of equal to Sita equal to Sita. Now, now
st2 dot
dot
average mark.
can average marks, cal average marks. You can write different ways. What? 50, 60, 70, 70. Again, st2 dot display student info.
Student info.
Info. Again, console dot read line. Console
Read
dot
line.
line.
Read line.
Console dot read line. That's it. Console dot what is it? Read line. Okay, now this is the story. Right. In this, we'll concentrate memory allocation for first object. We'll try for one object, then we'll see what is going to happen. Are you clear? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now see. Now, actually, for your question, what we raised here, when we will initialize instance variables by using constructor, when we will initialize instance variable by using method. For this question, we have the answer for this question in the next program. Now you have answer for this question in this program. In this program, we are initialized SID and SNAME by using constructor, total marks and average marks by using
Methods.
method.
Instance
So,
method.
now anybody can answer for this question.
When we have the values of the instance variable at the time of object creation, we
Whenever
can
we
initialize
want to
them.
initialize instance variable at the time of object is
Object
creating, we will go
We
for
can use constructor. Constructor.
constructor. For example, in student class, SID and
SNAME.
SNAME. SID and SNAME should be allotted at the time of student is joining in the school, right? So when we will initialize instance variable by using method
When we have to initialize after creating the object.
whenever instance variables should be initialized after object is
Created.
after object is created, means student joined 1 month back. Now exams conducted and he got total marks and he got what marks? Average marks. Total marks and average marks are calculated once exams are conducted. Exams are conducted not at the time of joining in the college. After he joined after some time. So these two variable values are initialized after object is created. That's why we have initialized by using a
Instance method.
by using a method. So memory allocation for this is also right. Do memory allocation because I'll show you, but not required. I hope you understood memory allocations properly.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How many are experts in memory allocations?
I can do, sir.
You are perfect. Huh?
Yes,
That
sir.
is important. While I am explaining, you will understand. That is not matter. You also need to do memory allocation like me. How I am doing, you are able to do means you are doing good job. Otherwise, yeah, right. So we'll do the memory allocation. Program is with you, all of you. Student class is with you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Class is with you. Main method is with me. Okay. Now let's trace. Okay, because at a time I'm unable to show you both. That's why. New. You observe the guys. New. First, the statement is executed. In this first new is creating what? Object.
Object of student class.
Object. Object for what? Object
Student
for what? Okay.
Student class.
Student class.
1 minute.
Student class.
1 minute. Right. Yeah, I'm just removing this line code. Get more space. Yeah. Object is creating for
Student class.
Student class.
Creating for student class, right? Okay, guys. Right. Yeah, we'll use good space now. Object is creating for student class. Means you is creating object for student class. You observe. An object is creating for student class. It is, you can say, object of student object of student. At the time of object is creating, memory will allocate for what variables?
Instance variables.
All the instance
What are the
variables.
instance variables in this class?
SID,
SID.
name,
SID default value will be
default value 0.
next variable name.
Name, default
value will be null. Next
tot mark,
dot marks.
default value 0.
Marks default value will be 0.
Average mark.
Average mark,
Average marks.
default value 0.
Average marks default value will be 0. And it is holding the address of instance methods. How many instance methods are there?
Calculate average.
Estimate average and display.
Calculate average marks. Calculate average marks and what? Display. Display student info. Student info. This calculate average marks method is having how many parameters?
3.
Remember. So that related local variables of this method, here I am showing this method local variables. If anyhow you have, I am showing in this circuit. If we have local variables, it will allocate it here. Now after this, control is invoking what?
Constructor.
Here control will go for the invoking the constructor, and 111 and Rama will be passing. 111 and Rama will be passing to the constructor. When the constructor execution, whenever constructor is executed, 111 and Rama. So means on behalf of constructor, first constructor signature will execute. Constructor signature will execute. What is the signature? STID, comma, ST name. On behalf of constructor, how many parameters are there? 2 parameters. The 2 parameters are nothing but local variable. Number 1, STID. STID will be initialized with a value called 1. Next, ST name. ST name will be initialized with a value called Rama. Then after this, it will execute the constructor block. What is the constructor block? SID equal to STID. STID means 111 will be initialized to SID. Now, next second S name equal to ST name. S name equal to ST name. Rama will be initialized to this variable. Rama will be initialized. Okay. Now once control is encountered the closing brace of the constructor, then the local variables of the constructor will be
Destroyed.
Local variables of the constructor will be destroyed. After this, control will execute LHS. LHS is creating a variable. The variable name is ST1. The variable name is ST1. ST1 is a local variable of which method? Main method. Local variable of main method, and it is a type of student class, and default value is null. Once assignment is executed, it will have an address of this object, maybe 1010. So 1010 will be here, and that reference variable is pointing to this object. And st1 dot cal average marks. Then control will invoke a method called cal average marks, and it has how many values?
3.
three values 60, 70, 80. So it will invoke this method. On behalf of this method, these three values are going to that method signature. The method signature contain how many parameters?
Three.
Three parameters. What are the three parameters?
M1, M2,
M1 is a local variable. For this variable passing a value called 60. M2 is a local variable passing a value called 70. And M3 is a local variable passing a value called 80. 60, 70, 80, and now method execution is going to start. Which method execution? Cal average marks method execution. What is the logic? Logic is with you only. Girish, read the first statement in the method. Cal average marks.
Cal
Cal
average
first statement.
Okay. This total mass is equal to M1 plus M2 plus M3.
M1 plus M2 plus M3 is what? 60 plus 70
is
plus
total mass.
60 plus 70 plus 80. How much?
210.
210. The 210 will be initializing to
70.
210 is initializing to which variable?
Total mass.
Total marks. Total marks is a what variable? Local variable or instance variable?
Instance variable.
You have to observe one thing, that instance variable is initializing by using
method.
Instance method. Note this point. Come on. Next statement, Girish. Go through the next statement. AVG marks equal.
Next statement is average mark is equal to total mass divided by 3.
That is 210 by 3. How much?
70.
70 will be initialized to
average marks.
This is also instance variable, but it is also initializing by using method. Over. Story completed. After this, once a control is encountered the closing brace of the cal average marks, what will happen?
Local will be destroyed.
Local variables of the method will be destroyed. And again, control will come back, it will execute this statement. This statement will be displaying the student information that we know very well. Finally, we observed that these two variables are initialized by using
Constructor.
object constructor. These two variables are initialized by using method. Method means when we will initialize instance variable by using constructor means whenever we want to initialize instance variable at the time of object is created. Second question is when we initialize instance variable by using method means whenever we need to initialize instance variable after object creation. It can be any time after object creation.
After the object is created.
Go for what? Method. When we will initialize instance variable by using constructor means whenever we want to initialize instance variable at the time of object is creating. For example, in student class SID, SNAME, these two variables should be initialized at the time of student is joining in the college, that is at the time of object is creating. That's why we are initializing by using constructor. And when we will initialize instance variable by using instance method, whenever we want to initialize instance variables after object is creating, that is nothing but after object is creating, we'll go for method. For example, in student class, total marks and average marks we can't initialize when he is joining in the college because these two should be calculated when we conducted exam of 3 subjects. So that can be happen only after object is creating. That's why these two variables we're initializing by using method. Using that is the story. I hope you understood.
Yes, sir.
Yes, right.
Yes, sir.
The story. Okay, right. This is the story, right? Cal average marks and right. Yeah, over. Story completed. Right. This is about this. Next, you do one thing, boss. Task for you is your assignment is same to same, small change. Result. 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 I want result also. One more variable I am adding. Result. Cal result, not to average marks here. Cal result, behavior. Cal result of 3 subjects means result is what? I added one more state. Result means result can be failed. When he will be failed?
Less than 35.
He got less than
35 in any subject.
35 in any one of subject. If any one of subject, the result is failed. 2. Result can be first class. When first class
Greater than or equal to 6
greater
AVG marking.
than or equal to 60.
60.
60. Third is second class. Second class. When AVG marks between come on, between 50 to
50 to 60.
50 to 59.
9.
59. Fourth is third class. Third class. Third class. Third class. When AVG marks between 35 to 40, 35 to 49. Yeah, 35 to 49. Okay, regarding recordings, don't worry. I'm just strict about recordings only one reason, that is, if I will share all the recordings, two chances. One is main reason is only one reason is there is you will always look that if I will not come to the class also I'll get a recording, so I don't have any trouble. Like that slowly you will discontinue from the course, which I have observed in the last batches. That's why strictly I am giving recordings. But don't feel bad about that. Really, if you want, you send me mail, I'll forward. All also, but don't share these recordings to anybody. It's my property, it's your property. Our properties we should not share to others. Right, even the close people. Because you can see my efforts. Every day I will wake up at 4:45 and starting the session at 5:30. I'll sleep at 11:30 because busy is so many. Every day I'll have a couple of sessions here. Okay, I am trying my level best to give the best to the student. You should also be responsible like that. Don't share. If anyone you want to share, just share introduction level videos to your friends. Nothing wrong. Introduction, oops, introduction 1 or 2 .NET, like they can see our training, and 1 or 2 videos you can share, nothing wrong, but don't share any more videos. Whoever need, don't put pressure on H2K people. You communicate me. Okay, they will be busy with their people, even though my personal students also. Right. Come on, guys. Got that you don't worry. You came late. I'll forward anyhow. Today night again I'll send the last 3. All I sent to maximum requested people. And yesterday, today, I think 2 or 3 are pending. Right. Yeah, guys. Did you understand this requirement?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Be positive about all these things. Huh? Right. Right. Okay. Right. I'm sending the question to you people, guys. You got it. Right. Got the question, all of you?
This is the task from workbook. It is 115.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. This was given yesterday.
Fine. Okay, fine. But you completed?
Yes, sir.
Very good. If you are completed, okay. With memory allocations?
Yes, sir.
Memory allocation we didn't get those.
I'm not sure about your memory allocations. Nothing wrong. Yesterday you completed without my explanation. Today you try the same program with my explanation. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yesterday task has taken 2 hours or 1 hour. Today you will complete this within 15 to 20 minutes. I'm sure. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Right. Okay. Right. Just try one more time today at home. Okay. Next. Okay, guys. Up to here we went with all instance side. Let's enter into static. Let's enter into static. Yeah. My question is, before static, we will have to answer one more question. When we will go for for local variable. When we will go for local variable.
To use within the method.
Yeah, answer. Interviewer will ask simple question. When we will go for local variable.
When we need those variables only inside the method, we don't need them outside the method.
When we will go for local variable. Simple. Whenever you required a value only within that method. Whenever you required a value only within that
Method.
within that method, we'll go for which variable?
Local variable.
Local variable. For example, in the above program, M1, M2, M3, M1, M2, M3 you required only within this method. Within yes or no? The values are required only within this method. Out of this method, you don't require these values. That's why M1, M2, M3 you declared as
Local variable.
Local variable. Then what is the answer for this question? When we will go for local variable? Whenever you require a field or value only within that, within the method we'll go for local variable. Then when we will go for instance variable.
Whenever we need that variable or variable's value outside the method also to implement those values in the other methods too.
When we will go for instance variable. Whenever we require a field, for every object. Whenever you require a field for every object with the different values. The different value will go for what variable?
Instance variable.
For example, in employee class, employee number, employee name, salary is required. The field is required for every employee in the company. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
But every employee will have the same employee number or different employee number?
Different.
We are going to declare employee number, employee name, salary as what variable?
Instance variable.
Instance variable. Similarly, in student class, student ID, student name, student location, these are all we are declaring as what variable?
Instance variable.
Why? Because student SID, S name, S location should be required. These fields are required for every object of student class with the same value or a different value.
Different value.
Because every student ID is not same, every student name is not same. So in this case also we'll go for what variable? Instance variable. Right. Now again, right. Yeah. Right. Kalyani, tell me, when we'll go for local variable?
Whenever we need the values within the method, we go for in local variables.
Whenever you require a value or field only within the method, we'll go for which variable? Local variable. When we will go for instance variable?
Whenever we need the field values for every object of the class, for different values.
Whenever you need a field for every object, whenever you require a field for every object with the different value, we'll go with what?
Instance variable.
In customer class, tell me some instance fields. Customer class.
Customer ID, customer name.
Customer ID, customer name. We'll go for what variable? Instance variable. Faculty class, give me instance variables. Faculty class, faculty ID, faculty name, faculty phone number, faculty location. Because every faculty required ID, name, phone number and location, and values will be same or differ? Different. Are you clear about this?
Yes, sir.
Right. Next. Yeah. Now Prithvi, tell me, when we'll go for local variable?
When we need value inside the method, we will go local variable.
Local variable.
There are Whenever we need access to every method, we will go to instance variable. Sorry?
When we'll go for instance variable?
When whenever we need access to every method in the class with different parameters, we can go to instance variables.
No, statement is not touching. Prashant, tell me, when will go for instance variable? When we will go for instance variable, Prashanti? When we will go for instance variable?
Whenever we require a field for every object.
Whenever we require field for every object. Object with the same value or a different value?
Different value.
Different value. In employee class, what are the instance variables?
Employee ID, employee name,
employee salary,
employee salary.
Okay, because employee number is creating for, you have an employee class, first employee object, second employee object, third employee object, but employee number has to create one time or three times? Huh?
3 times.
Year 1, year 222, year 333. Value will be same or different?
Different.
Suppose there is a requirement called company name. In employee class, there is a field called company name. There is a field called company name. For employee class, there is a field called COMP name, company name.
MP local, so it is same for all.
It will be same for all employees.
For example, you observe. For example, right. For example, you have an employee class. Employee class, first object, 1 minute. First object, second object, third objects. He is the first employee, he is the second employee, he is the third employee. You have a field called ENO. ENO will create for every object. ENO is creating for every object. 111, 222, 333. 333. Okay. So this is what variable? Instance variable is creating one time or multiple time?
Multiple.
For every object. Similarly, you have a field called company name. What about company name?
It's one time only.
It can be created only one time, sir, because it is same
For all the employees, all the employees are working for a company called Wipro. Wipro is a field called company name. Is it this field is required to create multiple times? Is it required to create multiple times?
No.
No, it's a company.
Not required.
No.
Not required. It required to create only
single time.
one time. Why? The value is
Constant.
value is common. Common, same value for all the objects. All Wipro employees are telling that my company name is Wipro, but every Wipro employee will say my employee number is unique. Like company name is common for all the employees. We have to declare this field as a static. You have to declare this field as a
Static variable.
Static variable. About static variable, how to declare static variable inside the class, outside the method by using
Static keyword.
static keyword. Static keyword inside the class, outside the method by using static keyword. Okay. So memory allocation for static variable also we discussed. What we discussed when the class is
Loading.
class is loading, memory is allocated for static variable. Memory is allocated for static variable when the class is
Unloading.
class is unloading. We know 2 points about static variable. Number one, Kumar garu, మీరు చెప్పండి ఇప్పుడు. Come on, number one. What is a static variable? What is a static variable?
Inside the class.
A variable which is declared inside the class and outside the method by using
Static keyword.
Static keyword is called what? Static
Variable.
variable. Static variable. Regarding memory allocations of static variable, can you tell?
It will be allocated when the class is in loading.
Memory will allocate for static variable when the class is
Loading.
loading. Memory will be deallocated for static variable when the class is unloading. Memory allocation, if you want to understand about static variable, first we need to understand loading and
Unloading of
loading and unloading. Loading and unloading of
Class.
class. This is one pending point for us. Number 3 is when we will go for static variable. Just now we discussed that in employee class company name is what variable?
Static.
Static variable. Now we need to understand when we will go for static variable. One second, guys. 1 second. Hold for once. When we will go for static variable, guys, tell me.
The value is
value
the
Whenever the field is common for all the whenever the field is common for all the
Object.
go for what variable?
Static.
Static variable. For example, in employee class,
Company.
name is static.
company name. Company name is field is required. It's common value for all the employees. All the employees. And in employee class company location, what variable?
Static.
Static variable. Company phone number? Static variable. Because company name, company location, company phone number, this field is common for all the objects, all the employees. Am I right? In student class, tell me static variables. In student class, tell me static variables. Prudvi.
College.
college name,
College name, college location, college phone number, college phone number. These are all what? Static variables. Am I right?
Yes.
Again, I have a question. In employee class, I'll question. I'll tell you the field. You have to tell whether it is instance or static. Okay, Manasa, ready now? Manasa, ready now?
Yes, sir.
Are you there? Yeah, I'll tell you the field.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I'm getting. You tell me instance or static. I'm telling the field name. ENO in employee class. ENO. Instance or static?
Local. It's not static.
Instance variable. ENAME.
Instance.
Letter. Instance. ENO. ESAL. Instance. Company name. Static. Company phone number.
Static.
Company location.
Static.
Employee location.
Instant.
Employee phone number.
Instance.
Employee phone number.
Instant.
Employee age. Employee age.
Instant.
Instance. Okay. Now coming to the student class. Coming to the student class. Madhuri. SID.
Instance.
S name.
Instance.
S location.
Instance.
S phone number.
Static.
In S phone number.
Instant.
Your all phone numbers is common, huh? Not right.
No, sir. Right.
Phone
Not
number. Instance. College name.
static.
College location.
Static.
College phone number.
Static.
Your .NET faculty name.
Mr. R. Reddy, sir.
Yeah, faculty name. The field is what? Static. Because for you all, only the value is what? Common. Are you clear?
Static.
Like that. Okay? Right. Now coming to understood. I hope you people understood about this. Listen.
Yes, sir.
Then we'll come back to our that notepad. Then the question is when we will go for local variable, when we will go for instance variable. Last question is what? When we will go for When we will go
Static
for
variable.
static variable. Static variable. When we will go for what? Static variable. Means whenever the field is common for
All the objects.
All the
common
objects.
for all the objects. Common for all the objects. When the memory will allocate for static variable?
And the class is loading. At the time of class loading.
Deallocating for static variable?
The
Class
class
is unloading.
When the class is unloading. Now we people, if we want to enter into static side, first static variable, second static constructor, third static method, we have to touch these three areas. All the things are related to static, means which is related to class. Here we need to understand class loading system first. We need to understand class loading system. Class loading system. We need to understand class loading system. Class loading system. Are you clear? Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you one simple example. We'll go to a jewelry shop and we'll purchasing items. When we'll go to jewelry shop, when we start purchasing, immediately what the shop people will do, girls, you tell me, you are having very great experience about that.
Playing the jewelry collection.
No, you went to jewelry shop, they are showing items. Okay, they observed you people, 2-3 people went, you are asking that item like big item, you are asking like,
Scan the stores.
I went to jewelry shop, I am asking about just a ring, simple ring. And you people went to jewelry shop and you are asking a big jewelry set, minimum it's worth of 3 to 5 lakhs. What is the response for me? What is the response for you generally? For me, they will show a couple of rings, and for you, what they will offer? First, they will offer you coffee, cool drinks, and so on. No. We will get very good impression, positive. Yes sir, no? Convincing.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can observe, I went for only small thing. You went for big thing. I will not get coffee, cool drink. Even though they will not give water also for me, you know. For you, they will give you cool drinks. If there are 4-5 people are there, kids are there, they will bring maja for, they will ask you which drink you want also, right? Yeah. Next, you purchased a cold item, you paid the money. Till your payment will happen, there will be one response. Once till your payment is not completed, for every question they will respond with lot of patience. Once bill generated, they collected your money and you collected your item, you got couple of doubts. You ask the doubts, then response will be same as the first response, or response will not be not that much.
Not that much.
Not that much. You can observe. I have observed so many times. Okay, observation is very important. Wherever I'll go, every environment I'll observe, I will think about the people's psychology. They'll, before you are purchasing, before your payment, they respond. You ask anything, they'll say possible. Once you, after your payment, you've taken your item, they taken their money. For your questions, they will talk about all rules and regulations. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is. And once you collected that item, you went back to your home and you called for some complaint. Their response will be lesser, average, average response, average. After 2-3 months, you call to them, you give a complaint, the item is happening like this. Their response will be very, very poor. In every business, you can observe when they are collecting the fee amount, they will be more responsible. Once they have received the amount,
will become less responsible.
right. That is called business strategy. But according to my knowledge, it's not a quality business. Quality business people, what the people will do, they will be responsible for the customer from the day 1 to day last. Even though in our trainings also, your trainers or your institutions or whoever collecting money from you, people will be responsible till they will get their money, but they will not be responsible for giving service. You can observe, I will not compromise about this training till the last day of your session. Till the last day, same quality, same energy, same interest. Interest is very important. Want to give the best to the student. Okay, that you consider and you to utilize. Don't expect that all the trainings will be like that. I'm sure you can't compare this coaching with any other coachings. You otherwise you attend a couple of demos also. Why I'm telling not to boost myself? I'm telling you that you are attending a very useful training, and nowhere you will see this type of training. Fortunate or unfortunate you came to this class, utilize it, okay, properly. The style of my classes in Hyderabad or in online, I got very tremendous feedback and results. Feedback is not matter, sir, super, excellent, not matter. Result is matter. Student is able to write the program or not, that is matter. Sir is teaching well, I don't want. I am able to write the program. I am unable to write the program. Able to write the program is success. Unable to write the program is failure. Like that. After training, result. Got job, didn't get the job. That is second level result. Got job means success. Didn't get the job means failure. Third result is after you got the job also, my subject is helpful for you or not. Are you surviving smoothly? Yes, success. You are not surviving smoothly, you are in troubles. Now failure story. Okay, these three levels is important. Okay, let's start the class loading system. Class loading system we have to understand. This understanding is very important for our static concept, especially static. What is this, when a class will load? When a class will load, right? Yeah, when a class will load. Anybody? Kalyani, Kalyani, not Pramoda. Pramoda, your name is Pramoda. Kalyani, other Kalyani is there. Whenever I am asking a question to her, you are responding. She is feeling very bad.
Because I got habituated with that name, so Kalyani, so I was responding.
In our class, your name is Pramoda, okay? Outside Kalyani, okay? Right, because we have one more Kalyani, right? That Kalyani. Oh, she's there. Yeah, come on, respond.
Yes, sir. Whenever we compile the program, class loading will be started.
When a class will load, because memory is allocating for static variable when the class is loading. If you want to understand memory allocation for static variable, we need to understand class loading. Right, Nivedita.
When the object is created, sir.
Sri Harsha, when the object is created. Okay. Now what about Nivedita? Nivedita, right? Nivedita. Nivedita, when the class is loading. Okay. Prudvi, when the class is loading.
When the object is created.
Okay. You said I know everything and all these things are just you are telling that I'm attending class.
No,
Right?
I never say
Not
like
only
that.
you, not only even in Hyderabad also when the people will come to me, sir, I know .NET, sir, I already completed. Just I'm attending one more time. Okay. I'll show you what you know, what you don't know. Okay, right. You can't compare also. I'm sure about that. Whether you tell or not, I am telling here your employee training is just 5% of my subject according to my knowledge. Just
yeah, I know.
because of his coaching, might you have listened some topics in .NET. Okay. Now anybody, when the class will load, when a class will load.
Sir, I think when we just start the execution.
All right, execution, but in the program as part of the execution, when exactly, listen, answer is when CLR required access any number required concern class member whenever CLR required concern class member, see at the time of going on execution or compilation, whatever it is, whenever CLR required a concern class member, CLR required to do some execution of the concern class member. While what is CLR here?
Common language runtime execution.
The .NET execution engine. So as part of this execution, okay, whenever CLR required concern class member, whenever there is a class, the class contain a member called A. CLR required that A. Immediately CLR will do what? It will load the class from application to CLR. The class will be loading from the application to CLR because your application is a collection of your application
of
collection of
classes.
classes. Your application is a collection of classes. So those classes will be loading from the application to CLR whenever CLR required concerned class member. Okay, what is this? Understanding is very tough. Okay, guys, I'll show you. You remember? Yes. I run this program. I run this program. When I run this program, try to understand the class loading of this application. You take a pen and paper. You take a pen and paper and write in that paper when you run this program how which class will load, and if multiple classes are there, what is the order of the class loading system in this program. Okay, do it. 2 minutes time. Just see the program with your big eyes, concentrate, and write the order of the class loading in this program.
Done.
Right, guys? You observe. Any idea you got it? Which class will load? What will load? No class will load. 1 class will load. 2 class will load. 5 class will load. 0 class will load in this.
Two class will be loading.
What are the 2
And
classes?
then program and second console.
Program and console.
First program will load, then console will load, then console will unload, then program will unload.
Unload, forget. Unload is okay. Forget. First loading, understand. See, whenever you run this program, you observe what I said. When the class will load means whenever CLR required. In this program, first CLR, try to understand the execution. CLR required first which method?
Main method.
Main method.
Will start the execution from which method?
Main method.
CLR required from main method. CLR required which method? Main method. So first it required main method. Correct, right? Main method. Due to that reason, what will happen? Main method required. You need main method. Who required? CLR. When CLR required main method is a part of which class?
Program.
So that's why first it will be loading
Program class.
program class. Okay, my handwriting is not good. I didn't go to school properly. Okay, very bad handwriting. You have to bear me. I'm trying to attend school training for that, but not getting time to improve my handwriting. A teacher required a good handwriting also. Right. Next, after that, what is happening? Can you guess?
Main method is executing. We can
Signature has to execute.
Signature part.
Touch this area, but already we know very well. A method will contain signature and block. Method will contain signature and block. So signature required to execute first, then it will execute what? Block. According to the main method, signature has to execute. As part of the signature, args is a parameter. See, even though we are not doing anything, it's internal usage, but we need to tell this point also. So args parameter means what is the type? String. String type parameter has to create. Means nothing but local variable. This symbol is nothing but it is an array variable, array parameter. So finally, you need a args parameter. The type is what?
string.
String
Is what?
is array of
String is what? Class. String is a class. You need again one more class here. To create this parameter, you need a class called
string.
string class will be loading. Loading from application to CLR. Any class will be loading from your application is a collection of classes. That application has to execute means the classes has to load into
CLR.
CLR. Right. After this method execution is going to start. And it is required to execute which method? Line is a part of which class?
Program class.
Console class.
Console class. Total how many classes are loaded?
Three.
Three classes are loaded. That's it. Right. This is the one example. I'll tell you one more example. Are you ready? Yeah?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you tell me. Console dot write line hi. Console dot write line hi. Come on. If you run this program, you tell me. Yeah, tell me which classes will load.
Program string.
Then console.
Console.
Console class will load one time or two time or?
Two times.
Two times.
I'm not sure.
One time or two time or?
Two times.
It's called two.
Console class will load two time or one time or?
Not sure, sir.
Already, that's why that to
Loaded, so why will it again
confusion, like to get that, definitely you will have a confusion about this. That's why I have written two statements of console.write and console.readline. Intention is that only. Actually, once you loaded class, already class is in the CLR. Already class is there in the CLR. Again, you don't require to load the same class. So a class will load only one time. If you want to understand this, we need to understand one more point. That's why you are getting confusion. When the class will unload. When the class will unload. What is answer?
Whenever CLR doesn't require.
Yes. You can say whenever CLR doesn't require that class. Doesn't required. When CLR doesn't require, once
application execution is completed.
With this, we understood one important point, that is, once application execution is completed, once application execution is completed, once application execution is completed, what will happen? Once application execution is completed, all the classes of that application
will be unloaded.
Will be unloading. at a time. Will be unloading at a time. Will be unloading at a time.
Sir, is this mean that when we press enter for the readline method?
That theoretical point is this. Practically, we will check now with your program. Now I am removing this statement. Now I am removing. Now you tell me. When you run this application, observe. This will consume a lot of time understanding. When you run this application, what will happen? You see. Right. CLR required first which class?
Program.
CLR required first main method because it required a main method. Main method is a member of
Program.
That's why it will load with program class. Second, CLR main method execution signature part. Signature part means a parameter. What parameter? String parameter. Read class called string. String class will be loading. Loading. Third, it required to execute a method called readline. Readline is a part of
Console class.
so console class will be loading. Console class will be loading. Which class will be loading? Console class will be loading. Right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, once you pressed enter, it will leave and control will encounter the closing brace of
Main
method. Control will encounter closing brace of main method means main method execution is
Complete.
main method execution is completed means program execution is completed. If this program execution is completed, CLR required all these classes are not required.
Not required.
All the classes will be
Unloading.
unloading. All the classes will be unloading. All the classes will be unloading.
So is it a continuous process or like whenever we execute the program, it'll load all the classes?
Okay. Right. Now I will show you. I'll show you. Right. Now you see. You run this application. When you run this application, nothing output is not there. First, CLR will start the program execution from
Main method.
Means now you require main method. Main method is a part of program class is loading. Next, as part of main method execution, program class is loading from application to CLR. Loading means it will take from the application to CLR. Total class will come into CLR. Total class. Next to main method execution started. In main method, as part of signature, it has to create a parameter. Parameter type.
String class.
Now string class is loading from application to CLR. Next method execution is started. Main method. As part of this, it required a method called
Readline.
Readline is a part of which class?
Console.
That's why console class will be loading. 3 classes loaded. But once you press enter, readline method execution completed and the control will encounter the main method closing brace. Main method closing brace means main method execution is completed. Once main method execution is completed, what will happen?
Classes are loaded.
Once main method execution is completed, what will happen? Complete application execution is completed. Once application execution is completed, all these application related classes are required in CLR or waste of memory?
Waste of.
All the classes will be clearing from the CLR. All the class will be clearing from the unloading from the CLR. That is unloading. Loading will happen one by one, but unloading will happen all at a single shot. Clear all of you?
Yes.
Right. Now that's why I'm going to give you one more model. Console dot write line hi. Console dot write line hi. Console dot write line hi. So you guys, you don't worry. After this training, at the time of interviews also, you can take my help, my guidance. After you got job also, even though at the time of interview also, suppose if any trouble is there, I'll help you. Don't worry. Okay, I'll arrange. And when you are at workplace, once first month also, when you are in work, definitely you can take my support. Okay, right. Support means I can arrange somebody to you. Maybe that extra services will be definitely chargeable, but you may have my support, I'm sure, if you need. Okay, because you have to place in company, you have to work. You should not sit idle. I hate the people who will sit idle after my training because he is not a productive resource for me. My student means he has to work for company, he has to do automatically when you are working for company, we will get some publicity, we'll get some references finally. Okay, right. So now let's run this program. Let's run this program. What will happen? So any communication, like even the H2K students also, you can directly communicate me. Don't disturb them. They will be busy with so many other works. Again, they have to communicate me. I'll be sleeping at 11:30. They'll call to me because they will come at late night. Okay, but it is a big disturbance for me. Please, maximum I will be the responsible for every work, every activity. It's my part of this training. Okay, you don't require to communicate them. Okay, right. Now, when you run this application, my question is, how many classes are loading?
3 classes.
3 classes.
3 classes.
3 classes. First, main method required. That's why which class?
Program class.
Program class.
Program class.
Next, as part of signature, args parameter. Args parameter means which class?
String class.
Next, you required a method called write line. Write line is part of which class?
Console.
Console class loaded. Again, you required a method called?
Read line.
Read line.
Read line is part of which class?
Console class.
But already console class is available in CLR or not available?
Available.
Already available and
If it
loaded.
is available, again class loading is required or not required?
Not required.
Not required. That's why console class will be loading only one time.
One time.
Once the program execution is completed, once you press enter, all the classes will be
Unloading.
unloaded. I hope you understood.
Yes, sir.
Now next level. 2 levels are over. Going to next level. Now next level. Class, my class. Now tell me. When I run this program, tell me loading class loading order. 1 minute. Class loading order. Instead of group, it's better to ask one by one. Okay. Who didn't get the question today? 1 minute. Shravan, tell me. You're not getting questions. Suppose anybody, you can send me a message to chat. Sir, I'm expecting question from you. You're not asking me. Sometimes I may forget. Definitely I'll concentrate you. Okay. 7% class loading order in this example. Otherwise, Soumya. Okay, maybe she is in office. Now, Harsha. Huh? Harsha, are you getting my voice, all of you?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What is happening to you all? Harsha, your friend is not coming to classes regularly. Bhushan. Okay. Next. Teja.
Yes, programs.
Program class. Second.
Then string.
Next, third.
Console.
Console. Fourth.
Fourth, my class.
My class.
My class will not be called.
My class will load up.
Not created.
Will not be
Not.
My class will not
because it's
load
not
because you didn't nowhere you are invoking my class members are nowhere you require my class. CLR doesn't require my class. Even though you are written a class, it doesn't use any class. And now you see now tell me. Yeah, Teja, tell me first which class? Program. Second string. Third. Fourth.
End of the program.
No class.
My class?
No.
Nowhere CLR required my class. Nowhere CLR required my class. Over.
Yeah.
Now you tell me.
If there is any member method of my class and it is called, then CLR will
Program string my class console.
1 minute. Now.
Programs.
So now program will execute, sir.
Now which class? First which class? First which class?
Program.
Second.
Program.
Second.
Program string.
Third.
My class.
My
class.
Third.
My class.
My class.
My
My
class.
class, then console.
My class will load your exact situation when
The object is created.
When the object is created.
object of my class is
I
created.
hope this place, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll explain now. I'm placing the program. Now you guys, you observe. When you run this program, listen. When you run this program, program execution starts from means LR required. First which class? Program noise, mute yourself. Second signature part. Noise is coming. Args means which class? Third, in this statement, CLR required to create
New.
new means object for which class?
My
class.
Now here you need a class called
My class.
my class. Next, fourth, object created, constructor is calling, and reference variable is creating everything. Next, it will invoke a method. Already my class is available, not required. Again here, which class?
Console class.
Program execution is completed. All the classes will be
destroyed.
Unloading. Right, clear?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go into the angle. I'll tell you one more model. You tell me. You observe. Right. Observed now? First which class?
Program. Program string.
String.
My
class.
Third, my class. Fourth.
Console.
Console class will load where exactly?
Inside my class.
At the time of this?
No, display. At the time of display.
At the time of write line method execution or at the time of display method execution?
Display.
Inside display.
When the object is created.
At the time of constructor is executing.
Yes, sir.
At the time of constructor is executing. First CLR required which method?
Main method.
Program class will load. Next args parameter. String class will load. New will create what?
My class.
New required to create object for my class. Here my class will load. After my class is loaded, constructor is calling. At the time of constructor is calling, Here, it required which class?
Console class.
Within the constructor class, constructor is executing right-line method required. Right-line method required means which class?
Console.
Class. Here, console class will be loading. 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 After that, it required to execute right-line method. Already right-line method required. That's why console class is already loaded. Console class is loading as part of.
Sir, what will be the result and
Constructor.
output for this?
Sorry. What will be the?
Nothing. Output
I
sir,
will
like
print. Nothing will happen. I will print. Right. So console class is not loading here. Console class is already loaded as part of the
Constructor.
constructor. Remember, clear everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now I'll tell you one more model. Console dot write line before object creation. Before object creation. Right. Before object creation. Before object creation. Come on, tell me.
Program.
First program, then string, then console.
strings that
First word,
Program string, then console.
String. Second string.
Then
third console. Fourth my class.
My class. Fourth my class.
Fourth my class.
My class.
Class. Okay, na? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now same class has a static method. You know about static method?
Same for.
How to define static method by using?
Static
Static keyword. How to invoke static method by using?
Class name.
Class name.
Class name dot method name.
By using class name dot method name. Class name dot method name. Right? So your show is what method? Static method. Static method I have to access with the help of?
Class name.
Now tell me, what's order? Come on.
Program string.
Right. One
My
method.
class.
Main method required. So program. Next args parameter required. Which class? String class.
String class.
String class.
Next
My class.
My class.
next
Then console class.
to invoke show method you require which class?
My class.
My class will be loading here. So you remember class will load not at the time, not when you require to create object. Class will load whenever CLR requires concern class member. Whenever class required any CLR, when class will load means somebody told that, and most of the faculties or writers already write at the time whenever object is creating, not like that. Even though in this line there is no object is creating for my class, but class is loading. My class is loading because my class required to invoke a method called show. With this we can say that class will be loading whenever CLR required concern class member. That's it.
Yes.
Right. So here show method is required. That's why it is loading which class? My class. After my class is loading, which class is loading?
Console.
Console class.
Right. That's it. Okay. Loading and unloading. This is the story. And you also recall multiple times about this, then you will get. And coming to the assignments, that assignment and yesterday assignments, same yesterday assignments you implement today one more time. Because in our yesterday assignments, you have cal, grass sal, basic sal, all these things are there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you work hard on that. One more time you do the same repetition. Yesterday you have done without any clarity. Today you are doing with some more clarity. Maybe today you will feel so comfort to write the same programs, and you can also design your own programs similar to that. For example, employee class, ENO, ename, ESAL. Okay, display employee information. Like you can design a student class, you can design a customer class like that. Similar different programs you try to design, try to write the code, try to implement memory allocations, and as many as programs you write, as many as memory allocations you will do, you will get the hands-on experience. That hands-on experience is very, very important. Very, very important for you. Okay. So starting first time when you are writing a program in one model, it will take 1 hour, but second time half an hour, third time 10 minutes only. And you have to reach that 10 minutes speed. That if you want to reach, you need to do more and more activities, similar activities. Okay, same assignments you try one more time, one round. Second is similar assignments, you change it, employee class, customer class, student class, faculty class, like that you change and write multiple tasks. Be engaged with Visual Studio.net for the up to the training is completed. Thank you very much, guys. Any concerns, you can drop me a mail, and don't worry about recordings. Whoever required, you can, and wait one more day, because today is one more class we have this weekend. And shall we plan this weekend?
Yes, sir.
Next weekend.
Yes, sir. This weekend.
This weekend.
Yes, sir. So this weekend I'm fine, sir.
This weekend.
Okay.